What's happening, my Spockles? Good evening and welcome to another post-narrated Wi-Fi battle. Today I have a match against Neil, also known as JellohotdogFTW for the win. You can find a link to his YouTube channel in the description below. Make sure to check him out. He has awesome content, he has awesome battles, and he even streams once in a while, so that's always great, so make sure to check him out. Yeah, today I'm still bringing the same UU team because finding a replacement for Zapdos has proven to be really difficult. I have gotten some suggestions from you like Sandslash and Blastoise and all that, so I'm looking into it, but I can't just swap out Zapdos just like that. I need to recheck the team a little bit, so I hope I'll get it done by the end of this weekend. But yeah, so it's basically still the same thing. Offensive Cobalion with Stealth Rocks, offensive Chinchino, my Diva, physically defensive Gastrodon, physically defensive Arcanine, Assault Vest Hariyama, and of course the Zapdos, while my opponent is carrying the Sylveon, the Chandelure, the Alakazam, the Mega Aerodactyl, the whatchamacallit, the bird thing, the Mandibuzz, and the Donphan. So this is proving to be a very intense battle, and I hope you guys will enjoy it. So without further ado, let's just get the battle started. So as per usual, I decide to lead with one of my two sweepers, my two physical sweepers, so either Chinchino, but this time I take the Cobalion, hoping to get a Stealth Rocks off early on, but he leads off with the Donphan, so that's a double threat right there. I can't take an Earthquake, and the Rapid Spin threat is real, so I have to switch out here. I can't Volt Switch out because he's a ground type, and I go into Taser, and he predicted that switch nicely and went for a knockoff. And look at that animation, Donphan just spinning around before it knocks off my Life Orb, so that's gonna matter in the long run, I guess. Because yeah, it's 30% extra damage, so yeah. But because I took that much damage, I expected him to switch out, knowing that I might carry the Hidden Power Ice, so I just went for the Roost instead. And he goes for the Psychic, and that does over half. So, but yeah, I went for the Thunderbolt at this point, and I get the first Hex. So that's great for me, not for him. It's kind of sad, but yeah, the Thunderbolt. 10% Hex chance for paralysis. So here I decided maybe he wants to switch out, or maybe he gets the para hack, so I just roost up first. I'll do outspeed, but yeah, it's not happening, so here I just decided to finish him off. Let's Spoon is going down. So yeah, sadly for the para hacks, otherwise this Alakazam would have still been a very threatening sweeper, able to 2-hit KO my Zapdos. So yeah, I figured he might have gone for the Stealth Rock here, so that's why I went for the Roost, but he predicted that nicely, so an Earthquake will easily take care of my Taser. So bad play on my behalf, awesome play on his behalf. That's what I mean, you guys. Go check him out. He makes awesome plays like this all the time, so make sure to check him out. And then I decide, yeah, I can switch an Akamago with the Intimidate drop. That's not doing that much, and then I can just outspeed him and burn him. But he knows that, and he switches out into Sylveon. I'm then, yes, okay, burn on the tank is always nice, but he avoids the attack, so that sucks. And I didn't want to get toxic just yet, so I switched out. And he indeed goes for the Toxic, but it doesn't affect my Aramis. But I can't really do anything against Sylveon with this Aramis because I'm not carrying the Iron Head. So maybe something to look out for. But I do carry the Stealth Rock, and that was a great opportunity to go for it. But yeah, still he has two Pokemon capable of Rapid Spinning or Defogging, one of which is then this Mandibuzz Yoko. So I decide for now just to Volt Switch out. It does a decent chunk of damage while I am able to just switch into something, into my Diva. But he predicted the damage, or not the greatest amount of damage, so he wanted to scout out my move by roosting up. Also nullifying the Stealth Rock damage. No, he didn't take any Stealth Rock damage. I'm making no sense at all. But he goes into Sylveon, while I go for the Rock Blast, which would have been super effective on the Mandibuzz, but it's not super effective or stab, so it won't kill him. But look at that damage. This is Life Orb Chinchino, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, Rock Blast is a solid 2-hit KO. And here I make a major misplay because I figured after Leftovers recovery, Rock Blast won't be a 2-hit KO, but the Tail Slap will, and he knows it. So I over-predicted him to switch out, and no, I went for the Tail Slap, yeah, that's right. And he gets the leftover recoveries again, but Tail Slap at this range will still KO the guy because it is stab. And I figured he would switch out here into the Chandelure to take the Tail Slap, so that's why I went for the U-turn, but he decided to stay in, and I get charmed. Look at that, Diva is falling in love, that is awesome. So, no, get back here, I'm a jealous motherfucker, I don't want you to be in love with other people, so, or Pokemon. So I switch back into Aramis. Not really sure why, but I figured because I was Steel type I could take a Moonblast pretty well, but I also forgot that I'm partially Fighting type, so that was neutral damage on my weaker defensive stats, so that did a lot. So he's gonna protect here, while I go for a Stone Edge, because close combat is resisted, so it won't do that much, but the Stone Edge might have killed him off. I'm not sure, but who knows. You know, I am fully invested into attack right now, so that was supposed to be great. But he switches into Donphan at this point. I expected a switch, and I went for the Volt switch here, but yeah, Donphan is Earth Power, so I'm losing my momentum right here. He's making great predictions while I am actually playing like crap. So, but I switch into Slugworth here, because Slugworth can pretty much take any attack, but he gets the Play Rough miss, so that sucks for him, and that's great for me, because now I'm still at full health, and I can easily go for, I can easily spam a Scald right here, and yeah, you know, I like Scald, I like Slugworth using Scald, because of the burn chance, but I'm not getting it today, so no hacks for me, because I already got the hacks with the Thunderbolt, so that makes sense. But yeah, he can easily Toxic me and roost off the damage and all that. So I'm gonna switch back out into Aramis, but he uses his opportunity to defog the rocks away. So that was again a great play. But yeah, Aramis is in, so I can easily set up the Stealth Rocks again. But I wanna damage as much as I possibly can. So he's gonna withdraw the Yoko, fearing the Stealth Rocks. He's going. But fearing the Stone Edge, but then he went for the Chandelure, and I expected the Donphan switch, and that's why I went for the close combat. And yeah, that was horrible. And then he shows me that he's Choice Scarf, he's outspeeding me, but he's expecting me to switch into Gastrodon, so that sucked. But I missed the Stone Edge. That was actually very important in hindsight, because if this Chandelure would have died right there, that would have been great, but okay. Now he went for the Shadow Ball again. My Assault Vest Hariyama easily takes it, and now I can just go for a knockoff, hitting the item away from whatever is switching in. So yeah, I get the Yoko, Mandy Bust, leftovers knocked off, so that's great. And yeah, I just went for the Ice Punch here, hoping to get some damage off, and he switches into Sylveon, and look at that. This is why I'm missing, this is why I've been saying for the past videos, I have 252 defense, 252 special defense with the Assault Vest. I'm gonna put the 252 defense points into attack, because yeah, the damage was pitiful. So I'm actually relying on Aramis, Zapdos, and my Diva to actually do some damage, while this Hariyama can easily participate in the damage fest. You know, I just need to be careful that I don't switch in too many physical hits. But yeah, okay, that's hindsight 2020, and I should be able to fix it soon. And at this point I wanted to sacrifice Aramis, but not before I went for another Stealth Rock, because yeah, it's still, you know, the bird is still there and all that. So he finished me off with the Moonblast and the Wish. Heals him back to full, so this Sylveon is proving to be a real pain in the ass. And I figured, okay, let's just go into Diva and do the stab, tail slap, and look at that, you know, it's actually okay. And he gets the Q charm again, so that's gonna suck. Now I'm 50% chance of not hitting the Sylveon because of the Q charm. But like I said earlier, stab, tail slap would have been able to take this Sylveon down the last time, so major misplays are biting me back in the ass. And yeah, I figured I can't switch out and let him wish up. I need to go for the tail slap again, but yeah, I'm immobilized by love. I get that a lot. I fall in love easily. But yeah, that's way besides the question. So here I decide, okay, I can't take the risk. I can't allow it to do all that awesome damage and still heal up. So I switch in Akamaru, getting the Intimidate off. Not that it really matters, but I do resist the Moonblast. Look at that, Arcanine taking a hit like a boss, and he gets the Wish again. So yeah, it's not looking good, but it's a very intense battle at this point. I am losing a Pokemon every now and then, and I'm not really sure on how to deal with it. So I'm really regretting some misplays, and I'm really regretting this Hariyama EV spread right about now. So I didn't want, yeah, I switched him out hoping that he would go into the Chandelure. The entire battle I thought that the Chandelure would have been Flash Fire, so Will-O-Wisp and the Flare Blitz and stuff like that, and I didn't want to give him an attack boost, especially not with the Choice Scarf. So that's why I'm switching around like this. But yeah, it gets the Toxic off on my Hariyama. I can't do anything, so I have to switch out again. So I switch back into Akamaru. And yeah, at this point it did -2 or -3 attack, but that doesn't matter because it's a special attacker. But yeah, it's okay. He goes for the Moonblast. I tank it like a motherfucking boss. Why do I have to swear like that? That's not even funny. But I do take it very nicely. I get some leftovers recovery, and here I just decide, fuck it, let's just go for a Flare Blitz this time, and that is what I do. And this time he switches into Donphan. So I was still very insecure about this Chandelure. I took a risk here by going for the Flare Blitz, but he has another switch in, which the Donphan, which can easily take this Flare Blitz, and I don't get the Intimidate drop. So an Earthquake is a very solid 2-hit KO, even though the burn might take care of him. But I don't want to take any risk. I have something else that can easily take an Earthquake, which is my Slugworth. So that's who I switch in, the Slugworth. He's been teaching YouTubers left and right how battling should be done. So I'm really hoping he proves his worth here. And yeah, he double switched into the Chandelure. I can't do anything. I have to switch out again. And he goes again for the Energy Ball. So yeah, this time a critical hit. Yeah, it doesn't really matter. I'm still living, but yeah, damage is damage. And especially because this is the only thing that can really take special hits. So poisoning and stuff like that is not helping him. I really wish he would learn the Drain Punch though. But yeah, I go for another knockoff here, and but it had no item anymore, so that didn't really do that much. And I decide to sack off my E-Honda at this point. So I'm just gonna Force Palm, Final Resort, 30% paralysis chance, and I get the paralysis. So that's always nice, I guess. You know, I don't rely on the hacks, but if the options were Fake Out, Ice Punch, Knockoff, and Force Palm, then the choice is easy, you know. But here, yeah, I switched into Diva again, and I expected him to switch out into the Chandelure again to take the Tail Slap, because the Tail Slap at this range would have been lovely damage, and that's why I went for the Rock Blast. But he decides to stay in, and I lose some HP, and the Moonblast will finish me off at this point, because I'm not that bulky. I'm a Diva. I hit hard and I run. That's what she usually does. But yeah, you know, she was in love and all that. But at this point, Akamaru can come in and basically finish off with the Flare Blitz. And still, I always fought so hard and so long before I wanted to click the Flare Blitz, just because of the Chandelure. I was still assuming it was a Flash Fire, and yeah, you know. But I did it though. That's what matters. I did it, and I finished the Sylveon off. So that was great. And in comes the Yoko, which takes us a lot of damage from the Stealth Rock. And I wasn't really too sure if the Flare Blitz would take care of it, and I didn't want him to roost up, so I went for the Will-O-Wisp instead, figuring he would roost up, but he Toxics me also. Toxics my Akamaru, so that's gonna hurt in the long run. I have to switch out regularly, heal up as much as I can, but the burn will put him in a range where Flare Blitz will take care of the Yoko. So it's, yeah, you know, it's we're sharing the punches left and right. One dies here, one dies there. So it's a great battle. It's really intense, and yeah, I'm close to dying, and this Chandelure is still daunting me. It's still there in the background. I'm like, ah, no, send him out or something. I want him to lock himself into something that I can completely switch into. But yeah, and he switches into the Aerodactyl Petri. So I have to switch out here because I can't take neither an Earthquake nor a Rock Slide, but Slugworth can. Slugworth is awesome, and I still have full HP, so that's great. And he's gonna Mega Evolve and go for an Earthquake. So look at that. Goes for the Earthquake, and that still does a decent amount of damage. You know, considering that I'm a physical wall and all that, but he keeps on going for the Earthquake because he can't really switch out into my Skull. So I'm just gonna go for Skull, hoping to get some burns off so I can outstall him and still be at full health for his next threats. But I don't get the burn, and yeah, he doesn't want to switch out, so that sucks. But I do think I'll go for the Recover right here. Yeah, go for the Recover right here, just to add as much bulk as I possibly can before I finish off the Aerodactyl. And I figured maybe I should have gone for a second Recover first, just to get just to go to full health after this damage with the leftovers, and then just take the final Earthquake. And I would have been at like 60-65%. But yeah, at that point I was still so lost because my only two Pokemon left are the Arcanine and the Gastrodon, and this is where it matters, where I still believe this guy was Flash Fire. It was just that if it had Flash Fire, Arcanine could have done wasn't able to do anything against him, because it only has Flare Blitz, Extreme Speed, Will-O-Wisp, and Morning Sun, so that's gonna suck. But in the end it turns out that this guy is an Infiltrator set, which is actually very logical for a choice card, because even with all the substitutes and the light screens and all that, the Infiltrator doesn't care. So I was like, yeah, I'm gonna I don't know why I went for the Morning Sun here. I was just like, whatever. But yeah, I figured, nah, I'm not gonna be an asshole. From now on, I'm just gonna attack him. And here is the moment where I found out that it's an Infiltrator set. So I would have played my Arcanine and my Gastrodon completely different if I knew that this was an Infiltrator set and not a Flash Fire set. So that was very stupid of me. The biggest misplay I did this game, probably. Which cost me my Gastrodon, which can then which would have been able to take the Donphan that is still lying there in the back. But at this point, toxic damage is racking up. I do finish off the Chandelure with the Flare Blitz right here, so that is great. That is awesome. But yeah, yeah, look at that, 48 damage, and the next turn I should die from the toxic. And yeah, he still has a Donphan with the Earthquake, so that's gonna suck. And that's who he finally switches in, is the Donphan. And I was looking at that damage, and he took some stealth for them. Like, oh yes, half health, come on, let's crit it for the win, for the draw then. But I'd go for it, and I don't get to crit. Look at that. He lives with 24 HP. I live with 1, but he finishes me off with an Earthquake. So really intense battle up till the last one, up till the final Pokemon with 24 HP. He beat me. So that was a great game. And yeah, Jello, I really hope we can have a rematch soon, because I really enjoyed it and I really enjoyed your stream. So keep it up. Will visit as much as I possibly can, and I hope you guys will too. But until then, leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe to my channel, subscribe to his channel, and if you want to battle me, challenge me right here or on Facebook. You can follow me there. I still need to learn how to use Twitter though, so we'll see, we'll get to that. Until then, I am Spockles, and I bid you adieu, and yeah, peace out.